Second half just about to get underway here at Tiger Stadium, just outside of Stratford High School, where the Stratford Tigers lead 41-0. An absolute dominant performance in the first half by the Tigers, throwing the ball with perfect precision. Maybe one or two incompletions, not many for the tandem of Max Schwabe and Chandler Schmidt. The big play so far, the 89-yard touchdown reception by Oakley Wrench on a 3rd and 19 from their own 11-yard line. Stratford will receive here to open things up in the second half. The last score that we got from Colby and Bondwell, it was Colby 7, the Bondwell Bears 6 in the third quarter. Again, Stratford will host either Bondwell or Colby. Bondwell finishing 3rd in the Central Wisconsin Large Conference behind Iola Scandinavia and Amherst. Bondwell finishing 5-3 in that conference. Don't know a whole lot about Colby, but that could be Stratford's opponent next week. A kickoff dribbles will be taken at the 25-yard line, trips around and going to be taken and has room on the near side, the 40, and trying to figure out where to go. And Justin Shaner is going to be taken down at the 40-yard line, and the clock will run here in the second half with Stratford up 41-0. So, running clock the rest of the way. Max Schwabe will not start here in the second half for Stratford. Again, we start things in the second half. Stratford Tigers 41, Northland Pines Eagles nothing. Northland Pines, the first time being in the playoffs since 2014, and Chandler Schmidt's going to get ripped down. A play that was disastrous from the beginning and a loss of 4, and it's going to be 2nd and 14. Under 11 minutes to go. We will continue to monitor Pittsville and Assumption along with Marshfield and Ashwaubenon. Under center is Schmidt. Going to hand it off up the middle and go nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play up to the 43, and it's going to be 3rd and 13. Again, if Stratford continues to play the way they have, again, Colby or Bondwell, but then after that, they would most likely play either Kewanee, depending on how Kewanee does tonight against Rib Lake Prentice, or Southern Door and Peshtigo. The drive, we talked a little bit about it late in the first half. The drive, as they did not jump off sides, and going to be tackled around the 40-yard line, is Justin Shaner getting back to the original line of scrimmage, and Stratford will have to punt it away on their opening drive of the second half. But depending on, because I doubt Kewanee would want to give up a home game, especially a level 3 home game in the playoffs. But if Stratford and Kewanee get to that level against each other, again, that's a 2.5-hour drive from Stratford to Kewanee towards Lake Michigan. So Stratford's going to get a 5-yard, no, got it off just in time, and the punt high, end over end, fair catch called for and taken at the 35-yard line. Clock will continue to run here in quarter number 3. A nice punt there for Stratford. And Northland Pines will see if they can get something going here in the third quarter. Again, they average 27 points a game. They've had some high-scoring games, 22 against Wittenberg Burnhamwood, 48 against Northern Elite, 64 against Marion Tigerton, 26 against Rib Lake Prentice, and 27 against Hurley, and that's going to be up the middle, taken, and around the 45-yard line, and that is going to be close to a first down, and it is. First down for Northland Pines. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's Nick Blado, a 6-foot, 215-pound senior. Northland Pines, again, just a handful of years ago, was a Division IV school. Now dropping down to Division V and getting a 7 seed against one of the perennial powerhouse schools in Wisconsin high school football the last 20 years. And Blado with another carry. Try to pick him up and to no prevail, but it's another good gain on a first down. It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line. About 7 minutes remaining. Again, throughout the week, don't forget to check out ZaleskiSportsShow.com for the upcoming schedule for next week with all the highlights of high school volleyball. And it's going to be taken and ripped down before he could get to the 50-yard line. And that's Foster Hakes on the carry. Gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Along with the Stratford football team, Stratford volleyball continues to impress, unbeaten. Yes, unbeaten in high school volleyball. And they rolled last night. Marshfield still pitching a shutout against Schwabenon. And to the far side, bounces out, does pressure, there's a fumble in the air, and it's going to be taken, popped right out of his hands into the air, and no signal yet, and Stratford comes away with it. 6 minutes remaining, and Stratford will have the ball back. A big fumble recovery for Stratford. Again, the ZaleskiSportsShow.com is your home for all high school sports. Columbus Catholic, along with Stratford, throughout the volleyball playoffs. Make sure to check out all of our channels on Facebook. Find all those through ZaleskiSportsShow.com. We'll have, again, a whole slot of games next week for high school football playoffs, and that one's going to be taken up the middle and fall past the 40. Is Matt Hendrick. So again, we do not have a score update for you quite yet from Colby and Bondwell. But it is going to be 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line. Under center again. And almost got away with a false start, but it's going to be almost a first down. Did they give it to him? I don't think they did, but the near referee says yes. It's going to be first down for Stratford. Max Vanderhoof, the new quarterback, in for Stratford, with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Under center is Vanderhoof for Stratford. Gives it up and going to be taken down immediately. And A gain of a couple for the Tigers. Dalkey with the carry. Vanderhoof, a 5'10", 145-pound sophomore. Under center is Vanderhoof again. With 3:10 to go. Gonna give it off to Handrick, bounces out to the outside and get ripped down immediately. Nice open field tackle there by Pressure.
Tackle by Austin
Preezer, excuse me. Looks like Pressure in the program. It is Austin Preezer. Sorry for any Northland Pines fans watching. Austin Preezer, number 2, has played very, very well tonight. Had that one pass go right through his hands. And going to give it near Sahu. Got met immediately. Nice tackle there in the hole by
Weisenberger on the carry. Tackle made by
Patrick Heck with the tackle. Heck, the second leading tackler for Northland Pines. 55 tackles on the year. It's going to be 4th and 2 at the 30-yard line for Stratford, with about 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Moving right along. The clock does not stop, especially in the second half when you're up by more than 35. Or 35 or more. Pitches it out far side, has room, and get another great open field tackle by the Eagles defense. And it will be turnover on downs with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. Again, don't forget to stick around for after the game. We'll have an opportunity to talk to head coach Jason Tubbs and our Zaleski Sports Show player of the game, Oakley Wrench. Oakley absolutely dominant today in the first half, including that 89-yard touchdown reception. Began the game with a 37-yard touchdown, or a 37-yard completion, and a 17-yard touchdown. So Oakley has been in the end zone quite a bit here this afternoon, or tonight, excuse me. And with 1 minute to go, Northland Pines just trying to get something going here against Stratford. A loss of a couple. It's going to be 2nd and 11 with 50 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Under center remains Kevin John. Three backs behind him. He's going to give it up, and it looks like Nick Blado on the carry. That might be it here in quarter number 3. See if Northland Pines will want to run another play. Again, Stratford will go on to play either Bondwell or Colby in level 2. Last year they made it to level 3. Level 1 last year they beat Bondwell 42-19. And it's going to be taken by Preezer. Falls forward to the 30, to the 31-yard line. That will do it for quarter number 3 here from Tiger Stadium. No scores here in the third quarter, but Stratford still leads 41-0. We'll be back after these messages.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together. Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Beginning of quarter number 4 here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford, Wisconsin, with the Stratford Tigers leading 41-0. Northland Pines will have it on a 4th and 10. A score update from Colby is the Colby Hornets 7, Bondwell Bears 6 after 3 quarters of play. And Stratford will take it at the 38-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Stratford Tigers. Just past 8:30 here in Stratford, Wisconsin. Steve Maves alongside Rachel Zaleski on the camera, Trevor Zaleski on the computer, making sure everything comes through clear here tonight. On this beautiful Friday night, the rain came through earlier today through most of central and southwest Wisconsin, but it has turned out to be a beautiful night. The temperature is going to drop a lot overnight and into tomorrow. A high of 36 around most parts. That one's going to be pitched out, and another fantastic tackle by Northland Pines. They can tackle in the open field. They have some great linebackers along with some linemen, but the Stratford offense, especially in the first half, just way overpowering this Eagles team. Right now, again, 8:36 in Stratford, 50 degrees with an 11-mile-an-hour wind as we play with under 10.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Max Vanderhoof still in there. It's going to be handed off to the near side, get a couple of great blocks, and fall forward. Next kicks Grabo with the rush to around the 49-yard line. 1st down for Kicks with under 10 minutes to go.
Marshfield 27, Ashwaubenon 0.
Marshfield still pitching a shutout against Ashwaubenon. Again, don't forget to check out ZaleskiSportsShow.com for all of the scores from around the area. Level 1 of the high school football playoffs. And that was going to be bounced to the outside. Get a nice block. Have room past the 45. Get dragged down at the 45. That's Weisenberger with the rush.
At halftime, Kiwani 27, Rib Lake 14.
Kiwani with a 27-14 lead over Rib Lake Prentice. That is the team that's slotted first in Stratford's regional. Again, that'd be one heck of a hike if Stratford would have to make that drive. Under center is Vanderhoof. Going to give it near side, have room, past the 45, and there's going to be a penalty on the play. Rushes to the 30-yard line. That's Dylan Kirch on the rush, but it is going to come back. Under 8.5 to go. Against Stratford and Spencer Columbus on the same side of the sectional. They would, if they both make it that far, they would have to meet in level 4, which would be a game before the state championship. We'll have soccer highlights for you tomorrow, along with volleyball regional final highlights tomorrow night. A lot of action going on around the state of Wisconsin. And that was going to be handed right up the middle and go nowhere. That's going to be 3rd and long for the Stratford Tigers. Along with soccer and volleyball, state cross country taking place tomorrow night, or tomorrow during the day, at the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. So if you know somebody that is going to be State's cross-country meet tomorrow. Make sure to dress warm. Even if you're going out to a soccer game tomorrow night, it is not going to be a warm day. Under center is Vanderhoof. And going to give it up the middle and gain a couple is Dalkey to the 45, and that will go nowhere. Gain of 2, and it's going to be 4th down for the Stratford Tigers. Probably be covering Stratford for most of the way as they continue to play well and continue to win. Again, after 3 quarters of play at Colby, it is Colby 7, Bondwell 6. Stratford will be back to punt. Kewanee was leading Rib Lake Prentice 27-14 at halftime. A good punt by Dalkey, and it's going to bounce in front of the returner and get dragged down, fall past the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That is where Northland Pines will take over with 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Stratford will improve to 8-2 overall. Conference records do not matter anymore. Northland Pines will fall to 5-5 and finish their season here tonight. Again, their first playoff appearance since 2014 will come to an end here tonight at the hands of the Stratford Tigers. Last year, Stratford, again, like I said, in level 1, dominating Bonduel 42-19, taking it to Stanley Boyd 38-0, and then falling to the state champions last year, Amherst Falcons 52-12. But they look just about unstoppable here in level 1 tonight. Stratford's got to make sure that they keep on winning, so I can come back in level 4 and see if Stanley Boyd and Stratford will play each other. Going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. I am. Everybody else will be around covering all the games for you, making sure all the highlights and live streams come through. Under 4.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Again, don't forget to stick around and have an opportunity to talk to head coach Jason Tubbs and our Zaleski Sports Show player of the game, Oakley Wrench. Oakley with a pair of touchdowns. A 17-yard touchdown reception to go up 21-0 with 1:25 to go in the first. He had a 37-yard catch to begin the game. Reception. Going to be 4th down. 4th down for Northland. Get anything going tonight. Where the Eagles, again, averaging about 282 yards per game, 37 through the air, 245 on the ground. They have been able to move the ball on the ground at times. The Stratford defense has been dominant. And a fumble on the ground. They're going to pitch it and go nowhere. The Northland Pines defense gave up about 24 points a game, 174 yards per game they gave up, 31 passing, 143 rushing. But like I said, on the opening play of the game for the Stratford Tigers, they went 37 yards to the air, and the average yards given up by Northland Pines went out the door on that opening drive. 37-yard pass to Wrench, 21-yard pass to Flink, and a 22-yard rushing touchdown to Cade Erke. Cade really didn't need to be needed much tonight. The passing of Max Schwabe and Chandler Schmidt were on high display. And going to be given up the middle, fall forward to about the 31-yard line with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go.
gain of 2.
And it's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 31, under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. Again, a great display of dominance by the Stratford Tigers tonight. A 41-0 first half, 41-point first half for Stratford. And a rush to the left side, and he will go nowhere. Luke Galke with the rush and get whipped down with under 90 seconds to go. Northland Pines will see Northland Pines will see 6 seniors graduate. An update from Colby. The Bonduelle Bears now lead 12-7 over the Colby Hornets. 50 seconds to go here. So again, keep an eye on that game. The winner of this game Stratford will play. Stratford will play either Bonduelle or Colby. And that game keeps going back and forth. It kind of would be an upset, a 3 beating a 6, but Bonduelle a very good team, as they have been for the last number of years. Again, Stratford 41, Northland Pines nothing. Steve Mavs alongside Rachel Zaleski and Trevor Zaleski. An absolute dominant performance by the Tigers tonight. And we'll talk to Jason Tubbs and Oakley Wrench in just a minute, in just a bit. But Stratford will improve to 8-2 overall and move on to level 2 of the high school football playoffs. Northland Pines falls to 5-5, and their season comes to an end. Again, Stratford 41 and Northland Pines nothing. We'll be back with a coach's interview with Jason Tubbs and talk to Oakley Wrench after this from Tiger Stadium.
Thanks to everybody for attending tonight's game. Please drive home safely. And for the Tiger fans, see you next Friday.
1968, and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research.
Bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic.
Last plays, I kind of expected them to throw, but they didn't. They stayed true to themselves as a running team, and that's kind of our strength. We're a pretty good run defense.
Colby and Bonduel going back and forth from the last time we heard 12-7 Bonduel. What do you know about both those teams right now?
Well, we played Bonduel last year in week 1 and had a nice game on the road at their place, but they got some good athletic kids, we know that, but I know they lost some good players too. But you know, they're going to be more of a diverse team. They'll do run and pass, and same with Colby. So both good quality teams, quality coaches, so we'll have to prepare ourselves all week and be ready to go Friday night here at Tiger Stadium.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks. Talk to Oakley Wrench now, our Zaleski Sports Show player of the game.
All right, thank you.
All right. Talk to Coach a little bit about the passing game. You guys came out throwing right away. Just talk a little bit about your effort tonight.
Yeah, it was good. You know, we practiced all week. We didn't throw much last week at all, so it was, you know, come out throwing a little bit and change it up a little bit, and we did well the first half.
Talk a little bit about 89-yard touchdown pass. Called a timeout right before that to get the play figured out. Yep. Went right through the defender's hands. Just talk a little bit about the concentration of that one.
Yeah, it was a little luck, but I thought, you know, I got to stick with it. Maybe something will happen, and I just got a little lucky, and I stayed focused and made the play. So,
what's it mean to be able to host at least one more, or to be able to have at least one more home game?
Yeah, we're happy that we can host two. You know, last year we were on the road all playoffs, so it's always fun playing in front of the fans and just being here.
All right. Okay, we're going to do something a little different today. You're going to look into the camera, say your name, and then say "Go Tigers" or "Go or whatever you like. You take this.
All right.
I'm going to count you down. I'm going to look up at Trevor. Say your name and then say "Go Tigers."
Okay. I'm Oakley Wrench. Go Tigers.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
As Oakley Wrench, our Zaleski Sports Show player of the game. Again, 41-0, Stratford Tigers over the Northland Pines Eagles. Signing off from Tiger Stadium, I am Steve Mays. I'd like to thank Trevor Zaleski and Rachel Zaleski for all their work here tonight. Again, Stratford 41, Northland Pines nothing. We'll talk again soon.